नमस्कार स्थानीय और विदेशी Natun Parba Shagatam. This was my best attempt to speak delightful Assamese. Last week, the beautiful people of Assam celebrated a wonderful festival called Rongali Bihu. So I had to cook something from it, right? तो देवी और सज्जनों कृपया कुर्सी की पेटी बांध लीजिए क्योंकि इस एपिसोड का अगला स्टॉप गुवाहाटी है. With the population of Malaysia and the area of Czech Republic, Assam is the 16th largest state in India. It is often called the gateway to the northeast. In fact, out of 8 northeastern states, 4 were once part of Assam. Nagaland was created from Naga Hills districts in 1963 and Meghalaya in 1972. This caused the capital of Assam to be shifted from Shillong to Dispur. Also in the same year, Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram were also created from Assam as union territories, which later became state in 1986. In the earliest recorded times, Assam was part of Kamarup kingdom. With its capital at Pragjotishpur, that is today's Guwahati, it was established and ruled by Narkasur and his son Bhagadat. These guys are very interesting characters. Legend has it that out of desire, Narkasur wanted to marry Devi Kamakhya. When he proposed, the goddess light-heartedly replied that, "I'll marry you if you can build me a staircase from the bottom of Nilanchal hill to the temple on top of it. Also, you have to build it in one night before the rooster crows." Kamakhya temple is one of the 51 Shakti Peeth and a very holy place, where I have been several times when I was a kid. Although the Devi's proposition might sound crazy, but Narkasur took it as a challenge. He almost accomplished the job before the dawn. When Devi got the news, she panicked and strangled the rooster to make it crow. Narkasur felt for this trick and left the job unfinished. He later went on to win both Earth and Swarglok. Swarglok is heaven according to Indian mythology. There he kidnapped 16,000 goddesses and stole goddess Aditi's earring. Aditi was a relative of Krishna's wife Satyabhama. This made them very angry, so later Krishna and Satyabhama decapitated him with Sudarshan Chakra. Narkasur's son Bhagdat fought on Kaurav's side in Mahabharata. On the 12th day of battle of Kurukshetra, he was killed by Arjuna. Mahabharata is one of the two major epics of ancient India with 200,000 verses. It is the longest poem ever written. The other major religious book in Hinduism is Ramayana. There is a mention of Guwahati and Narkasur in Valmiki's version of it. Chapter Kishkinda Kand, section 42, verse 31 and 32. 31. Tatra Prag Jyotisham Nam Jatu Rupamayam Puram Yasmin Vasti Dusht Atma Narko Nam Danava. 32. Tatra Sanushu Ramyeshu Vishalasu Guhasu Cha Ravana Sa Videhaya Margitvaha Tatatata. Here, basically, the commander of monkey army Sugriv asks a section of soldiers to go to Pragjotishpur, that is Guwahati, and search for Ravan and Videhi. Videhi is another name for goddess Sita. In the later medieval times, several dynasties ruled Assam until 13th century, when Ahom people arrived here and ruled till 18th century. Ahoms were descended of Thai people who came from South China and mainland Southeast Asia. Now, most of the population in Assam is Indo-Iranian, also popularly known as Aryans, mixed with Ahom people. It was the Ahoms who first called this place Assam, means incomparable in their extinct language. Most of the modern day Assam is situated in monstrous Brahmaputra river valley. Brahmaputra is one of the largest river in India. It is as wide as 10 kilometers at some places in Assam. It is also home to one of the world's biggest river island called Majuli. With acres and acres of tea estates, Assam is the longest single tea growing region in the world. It accounts for one-sixth of the tea production in the world and 52% in India. So there are high chances that the cup of tea you're enjoying right now might have grown in Assam. There is so much more to talk about Assam, but instead of me telling you random information from internet, let's talk to my lovely friend Leena. She grew up in Guwahati and can definitely help me with understanding Assam, Bihu, and SMS food that I should cook for this episode.
For how long were you in
Yeah,
Assam?
so I was from my second standard to fifth standard, like when I was from maybe 6 year old to 10 year old. It's the age where you start to understand the world and make memories. So I have like a lot of memories of
Isn't it?
yeah, and I used to live in Kayakuchi. I don't know if you know that place, Kayakuchi in Borjhar.
What's the name of the place?
Kayakuchi.
Kayakuchi.
Yeah.
Happy, the red one.
Yeah, which is like
You can wear it as a hat,
but usually uses for decoration, right?
yeah.
Yeah, we had that one for a long time, and we actually took it to our next station as well. There was some music I remember, one song I remember, which was what was the song? Tip top tequila, ahu buli nako bahunjuni. I remember that song.
Funny and very trendy song. It still is very trendy.
What does it mean?
It means the guy is like, flirting with the girl, like just telling her that don't have to, be like tamjam hoke kaha ja rahe ho.
Ah.
Just putting her
किथे
like,
चलिए बंठन के same like that.
yeah, button ke.
Tip top. Oh, that tip top. Tip top.
Like that
देखी
tip
ले.
top. Oh, you know how to talk in Assamese, right?
I can understand like when you're talking to your mom, I can understand what you're asking
You
and
were
everything.
talking about gamucha.
Yeah,
I wish
that's
I could
gamucha.
send you. I wish I could send it to you from here as well.
Well,
Rongali is basically gifting each other new clothes and cooking pitha, tel pitha, laru.
Oh, so I'm on point.
Yeah. Gifting each other's like all the neighbors and relatives and gifting them traditional outfits.
Yeah.
Like gamucha and mekla chador.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much that. It's also beginning of the new year. So basically,
Yeah.
New year has just started for us.
Yeah. Because like this week is festival all around the India. We have Navratri, we have Baisakhi,
Yes, right,
Ugadi,
Navratri.
and Gudi Padwa, like all these festivals. Why I have such a strong memory of Tilpitha is like because it's such a unique food. When I first time ate it, I was like, why are people eating this rice papad? And then you crack it, and inside it comes out as a surprise, like there's a jaggery and til inside. Then oh, that's not bad actually. Yeah, so that's just imprinted in my mind.
Okay, so the pitha which you were talking about earlier, like the til pitha in the roll form, this has this coconut base to it.
So it's a special one.
This so I especially like the pitha with the coconut base, so that's why.
Also tell me the recipe of this as well later
This
on.
is the one.
Yeah, can see that.
This is the one. It's the same recipe. Instead of til, you just use coconut.
Ah.
Like the brown powder.
Okay.
Yeah, you just and add it with the jaggery instead of til. And the pitha which I was talking about earlier was this pitha. It's called tel pitha.
I know this one. Yeah, you fried, right?
Remember this?
Yeah.
So this is very yummy because it's fried and everything.
Let's look at the Leena's recipe to cook til pitha. It requires only 3 ingredients, but it is very technical dish. Start by taking 300 gram glutinous rice. Make sure you use sticky glutinous rice, otherwise your pithas will not come out well. Now we can straight up grind these rice to make rice flour, but it will be better if you first soak them for at least 2 hours and then dry them for at least 1 hour before grinding. Leena told me that the authentic rice flour is created using a heavy wooden lever called dheki, which just beats the shit out of rice. I'm going to use the grinder. Now for stuffing, we're first going to dry roast about 100 gram black till, also called black sesame seed. As compared to the white ones, black till have a nutty flavor to it, and there is a slight bitter aftertaste. Due to its color, it's hard to tell when black till is roasted. When you hear the crackling sound, and when you can smell the roasted till, that means that it is done and you can let it cool down. Once till is cold, grind it to get smaller chunks. Remember not to make powder of it. Now take 300 gram jaggery and melt it. Once melted, take 2/3 of it or approx 200 gram in a bowl and mix with your grated till. I'm going to mix the leftover jaggery with 100 gram finely grated coconut as well. Yes, why not cook 2 types of pitha, right? In fact, why not cook 4 types of it? So black till pitha is the authentic recipe, and the one with coconut base was recommended by Lena. But because I'm an artist, I will cook 2 more types of pithas with my own twist. Assamese people are either going to appreciate my creativity or they will smash me for ruining their traditional dish. I wanted to make one type of pitha very floury, so grinded 7 green cardamoms and removed their skin. Then added 15 gram fennel seeds and some dried rose petals. I added the half of the coconut jaggery mix to it. For the fourth type, I took about 30 peanut M&Ms and grinded them. To cook pitha, we spread the dry rice flour over the pan. Yes, dry rice. I was in a shock too. I asked this to Lena so many times that I got her confused as well, and she had to confirm with the expert. Just about after 10 seconds, we put the stuffing over the pitha and roll it. My first pitha was a disaster, and so was second, third and fourth. But by the fifth one, I found my technique. The temperature can't be very low and can't be very high. Also, a good pitha demands sacrifice of your fingers. I have a lot of respect for people of Assam now. With all 4 types of pithas ready, let's taste them. Tip top देखिले अहुल भूली ना कुपमाजुनी टीप टॉप देखिले. मैं सोच रहा था कि एक अदरक मार के चाय मिल जाती तो बस मज़ा आ जाता. That's a delightful cup of tea. Cheers. Ah. तो ये रही रैंकिंग. तिल पिठा, रोजी पिठा, coconut pitha, and sadly M&M pitha at the last. There's so many good musicians that came out of Assam. Bhupendra Hazarika, Dil ghum ghum kare ghabraye. Then Pepon. ये मोह मोह के धागे तेरी उंगलियों से जा उलझे कोई टोह टोह ना लागे किस तरह बिरहा ये सुलझे तू होगा जरा पागल तूने मुझको है. Before I end this video, I have something very important to talk to you. इस वीडियो को शूट करते वक्त भारत में कोविड की दूसरी लहर की वजह से बहुत बुरा हाल है. लगभग एक ऐसी ही लहर दिसंबर में यानी क्रिसमस के आसपास यूके में भी आई थी और तब से लेकर अब तक यूके लॉकडाउन में रहा है, यानी पिछले 5 महीने. इसके साथ ही एक अच्छे वैक्सीन रोल आउट प्रोग्राम के तहत यूके की 50% आबादी को पहला जैब वैक्सीन का दे दिया गया है. मुझे लगता है कि भारत भी कुछ समय बाद इस लहर से निकल आएगा और रिकवरी हो जाएगी. लेकिन फ़िलहाल के लिए मेरी आप सभी से यही गुज़ारिश है कि ज़िम्मेदार बनिए. ज़िम्मेदारी से ये मतलब है कि आप घर पर रहिए, और अगर आप उस एज ग्रुप में आते हैं जिन लोगों को गवर्नमेंट ने वैक्सीनेशन अलाउ कर दिया है, तो अब अपना टीका ज़रूर लगवा लें। इसके अलावा जागरूक भी बनें। जागरूक से ये मतलब है कि कोई ऐसी गलती ना करें जिसकी वजह से किसी की जान जा सकती है। और एक साफ चश्मे से देखें कि जो आपके आस-पास चीज़ें हो रही हैं, क्या वो सही हैं या गलत हैं।